Pilates people, welcome to Connect and Move. My name is Jessica. Today we are going to be doing a classical reformer flow, focusing on building back bend connections or connections in your back bend. So maybe you have done a back bend before, maybe it's just been a really long time, or maybe you're just looking to just feel something different in your classical flow, right? This is a good one for you. You of course do not have to do a back bend. You can just do all of the prep work leading up to it. So with that being said, you are going to honor your body. I have Josie here. She's going to honor hers. All right, so you might be able to go further. You might have to hold back. Again, honor your body. You will need your box, obviously your reformer, and you're going to start with 2 mediums and a heavy. You feel like you want to go heavier for footwork, you're more than welcome. So 2 mediums and a heavy spring. For us, that's 2 reds and a green. You're going to start lying down on your back. You're going to come onto all 10 toes, heels together, toes apart. So make sure that every toe pad is connected to the foot bar, okay? So that might mean the big toes have to be a little bit more on top to get that strong connection. And just while you're lying here, I want you to just find that like low rib back breath here. And then feel that long line of energy out through the crown of your head and down through your hips. Feel the fingertips stretch further down and into the mat, and start to feel your chest roll open as you try to connect the entire back of the arm to the mat. Feel that tailbone sink heavy, press your heels together, and on your next inhale, I want you to press the carriage out, and then think of just growing taller as you pull the carriage in. Yep, so as you go out, keep all the toes connected, and then pull yourself in. So for footwork today, I want you to channel your energy to your back body. So the back of your legs, to your butt, the back of your arms, like just the whole posterior chain, right? That's where I want you to send your focus to. And of course, right, keeping your length, all the things, stable spine, stable pelvis. So let's do 3, and 2, and last one, resist the carriage all the way in. Let's come onto the arches, hip socket distance apart. So think 50% of the toes reach up and over, 50% of the heels reach down and under. Now we're gonna keep the carriage in, and I want you to give me a little curl of the hips, little hover of your tailbone off the mat, even if your butt cheeks are still touching. Your ribs are bolted down to the mat, keep the hover, and now press the carriage out, and then drag it in. Legs might go straight, they may not, no worries. Good, yes, and find those inner thighs drawing in. Think pubic bone back to your navel. Good, let's do 3, and 2, long waist, long arms. Last one, you're gonna pull the carriage all the way in and then roll those last few vertebrae all the way down. Find your neutral spine. So tailbone is heavy, ribs are down. Go ahead and press the carriage out on that big inhale, and then exhale, pull yourself home. So can you find that same like firing up through the back of your legs in your seat, just like you did with the hips lifted, right? But now with the hips down. So let's do 3, and 2, and last one. Yep, come all the way in. So sorry, I was off there. I wasn't looking at you, I'm like looking at the camera here. So let's come on to the heels now. Yep, all right, so legs can either be zipped up or slightly apart. I want you to flex your feet, leave the bottoms of your feet on this imaginary wall. Go ahead and press the carriage out and then hold on the out. I want you to keep your tailbone heavy, but feel like the back of your thighs are drawing down to the floor a little bit, and then bend your knees, pull yourself home. Yep, you press it out, think back of the thighs draw down, and then pull it back in. Good. And then when you're working that like thigh down connection, think pubic bone pointing towards your foot bar. Yeah. So it's like you're kind of channeling this like straight leg bridge action. Good. Let's do 3. Yep. And 2. Remember, you're getting longer and taller as you come in. Good. Last one here. And then drag it all the way home. Let's come back down to your first foot position. So all 10 toes are on, heels together, toes apart. Yep. Just get that sensation of big toes being super glued to the foot bar. Go and press the carriage all the way out. And just give yourself an exhale here and just let the shoulders and the chest relax a little bit more. Good. Now the legs are going to stay relatively straight. Tilt your pubic bone back to your navel, and then back even more. and even more. Maybe your pubic bone goes up higher than your chest, maybe, but you're gonna try to find this like straight leg bridge. And then when you're here, I want you to pause and I want you to ask yourself, are your toes still connected? Are your big toes still super glued to the bar? And then just roll all the way down, down, down. Find your neutral, right? So again, tailbone heavy. Let's do that again. Push the foot bar away. Yep, pubic bone goes back. Back even more, back even more. Find the back of your legs here. Good, hold, 2, 3, and then think of lengthening as you come all the way down. All the way down, let your pelvis settle into the mat. And now we're gonna lower the thighs down and push the heels down and under for your tendon stretch. Pause here. I want you to feel the top of your shin bones as you actively flex your feet and then point your toes, lift your heels up. Good, you drive the heels down and under and then lift the heels up. Good. So the entire time when you do this, find that sensation of the back of the thighs drawing or kind of dragging across the springs or the floor. And your pubic bone stays pointing towards your toes. A lot of times we like to tuck here. So let's do 2. And last one. Good, now we pick up the pace. We lower, we lift, we lower, we lift. As the heels lower, think toes going up and over. We got 3 and 2, should be feeling things. Last one, go and lift the heels, bend the knees, pull yourself all the way home. Good, hug your knees in, just kind of rock from side to side, do what feels good here. So let's do this. Keep your knees into your chest and now interlace the webbing of your fingers. Hands go behind the base of your skull. Yep, so obviously the head's got to lift up a little bit. So if it's available, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up, but push the head back and into your hands, right? So we're not yanking on the neck. There's a energy back. Elbows are wide. Yep, and now start to pull your right knee in towards your right ear as your left leg extends out long. I want you to find opposition. So if I was there, I'd have one hand under your heel, one hand at your knee, and then switch. Yep, so imagine I'm right there. Push into like energy, into resistance. There you go. And then just keep switching. And I'm gonna step away and let you do your thing. There you go. So keep the head pushing back, but try to get both shoulder blades up off the mat. Good, let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Bring both knees into your chest. Hug the legs together and now press the legs all the way out. Yep, sorry, hold out there. Think of pressing down into the foot bar even though they're not, and then bend the knees all the way in. Good, inhale, send the legs out, reach, reach, reach away, and then exhale, empty the lungs, come all the way in. Good, inhale out. Exhale, pull the knees all the way in. Good, again, reach out and then drag back in. Last one here, send the legs out, hold. Right leg floats all the way up, all the way up. Maybe it touches your face, maybe, and then scissor switch. There you go, and switch. There you go. And so as you're switching, think of those legs moving like in molasses. There you go, toes are scraping across the ceiling, across the room. Elbows are still wide, head is still pushing back. You got 2 and 1. Now zip the legs up together at the top here. Big toes are besties. You're gonna push the legs down and away and then lift the legs up. Good. You push down and away and now stick your booty out into the mat as the legs lift, 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 lift. Yep, good. Send the legs away. Yep, booty gets heavier, hip creases. Good, last one here. Away and then lift up. Good, I lie, it's more like a half. Send the legs away again. Pull your right knee into your chest. Left armpit comes up and over. Can you get your right shoulder blade off the mat? Off the mat. There you go. And then switch this over to the other side. Good, lift, 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 and switch. You got it. Feel that those inner thighs are drawing in, right? Even as you crisscross. There you go. Reach across the room. Think of the leg pressing down and into something. Let's do 3. You still with us? And 2. And last one. Awesome. Lower all the way down. Do what feels good. Hug your knees in, shake your knees from side to side. Do what feels good. While you're doing that, headrest is going to stay down or go down. And then you're going to place your arches up onto the foot bar, about hip socket distance apart, just for a little bridging. So maybe inch away from the shoulder blocks a little bit. So again, arms are back down into the mat. And now I want you to feel that those toes are reaching up and over. So go ahead and lift the heels up and then think the toes reaching to the other side of the floor there. Okay, so if we already worked that pull of the carriage home, take a big expansive breath in. And then on your exhale, I want you to start to roll the hips up, lift the hips up into your bridge. Take a hinge if you need. And now can your big toes reach up and over a little bit further? And maybe you find a little bit more inner thigh connection. Now keep the pull of the carriage home as you just melt all the way down, down, down. There you go. Think of sending the hips away. Once you rock your pelvis to neutral, let's do that again. Pubic bone goes back, drive the hips up. And then once you're here at the top, this might be a confusing cue or a combination of cues. Feel like your tailbone is reaching to your knees, but your pubic bone is going back towards your navel. And I'm hoping that kind of fires up your butt crease muscles just a little bit more. And then just roll down, right? Arms stay glued, crown of the head stays reaching away, all the things. Good. Now, I want you to take your hands onto the shoulder blocks. So elbows are going to be pointing up to the sky. Yep. And so, yep, your palms will be facing like towards the shoulder blocks here. We are not going to do the full bridge right now. It's just more of like a push and just to get you like where we're going. All right. To show you where we're going. So arches are still on about hip socket distance apart. Okay. So just find a broad collarbone. We're not in our neck. All right. Go ahead and just roll the hips up to your bridge today right now. Yep. Now find that long line of energy out through your knees. All I want you to do, you're not going to come up onto your head. I want you to just push down into your hands a little bit and almost feel like your shoulder blades lighten off the mat just a little bit. Yep. And now just let your hands kind of relax away from the blocks and then just let your chest roll down. Everything lengthens, lengthens, lengthens. Good. We're going to do that one more time and then we'll get into our 100. All right. So again, go ahead and roll the hips up. Once you're here at the top, again, think pubic bone back, tailbone reaching past your knees. Can you pull the carriage in a little bit more and now start to push into your hands and maybe those shoulder blades just lighten off the mat just a little bit and then kind of release that arm to back connection and then just let yourself round down, round down, round down. Good. Once your tailbone hits, straighten your legs out over the foot bar. Zip up through the inner thighs, reach the arms up to the sky, take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, you're going to roll yourself all the way up, up, up. All right. So now let's come to 2 red springs. And your foot bar can go down. Let's do that. Foot bar goes down, 2 red springs. So in other words, 2 medium springs. Sorry for my non-balanced body people. Go ahead and lie back all the way down. If your low back is bothering you, you can keep your knees into your chest to start. Otherwise, legs can just go out over the foot bar here. So reach back for either your long loops or short straps, whichever one you want to do today. So wrap your fists around. I want you to find that pinky line, right, going all the way down to your lat and your armpit muscles. So find some spring tension where your hands are over your shoulders. And I want you to think of pushing up towards the ceiling as your ribs and chest draw down, right? Your legs are super glued together. You can either be parallel or Pilates V, you pick, right? So take a big, big breath in. And then on your exhale, arms are going to come down. You're going to curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and find your working 100 position today. I want you to think of rounding into your upper back and your sternum drawing back away from your fists. Carriage doesn't move. Start to pump the arms here. The focus for your 100 today is not letting the carriage move. You've got to really reach from the shoulder, from the back, all right? Because if we don't have this arm to back connection, we get into our neck when we do our bridge or into our back bend here. All right. And if you want to add on to this, if you're like, yeah, I got this, lady, we can float the legs up as we pump and then we can lower the legs down. It's up to you. All right. So let's do 4, 3. There you go. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. And 2. There you go. Last one. Exhale, 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 exhale out all of that breath. Now hold here where you're at. Without letting those ribs pop up, can you start to float the arms up, 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 resist, resist, resist. Good, and then everything can lower all the way down. Good, you wanna be fancy, take your straps into one hand. You're gonna swivel yourself up, teaser yourself up, and you're gonna take off a spring. Otherwise, you're gonna come rolling up, one spring on, so one medium spring on, you're gonna turn on and face the back end of your reformer. Did I say that wrong? Okay. All right. So legs are through your shoulder blocks here. Cross them if you need to, and you have a palm's distance behind your booty here. The big takeaway with rowing today is the arm connection to the back, all right? So zipper up through the inner thighs, press down through the back of the legs, row the fists into the sternum. Let's go palms facing down today, all right? So knuckles are together, okay? Feel like your elbows are reaching wide and forward. Now keep that shoulder girdle stability and then roll yourself back. So just round back, yep. Think again of those heels pressing down. And now without getting too crazy into your neck, take the arms out to the side like a letter T. Good. Palms are now facing back behind you. Open up your wingspan a little bit more and then press back. And now dive the head up and over. Just like we did for the 100, I want you to find a strong punch out through your fists. Find length on all sides of your neck. Keep that. Lift the arms. They circle out wide to the sides of the room. And then reach past your toes. Get a lovely stretch on that ending. And then go ahead and stack your spine up tall. Fists go into your sternum. Roll your pelvis away from your thighs. Round back, round back, round back. Pause here. Don't let your chest go back any further. Tilt your pubic bone back more. Keep that position. Arms go out to the side. There you go. You press back. Dive up and over. Lift the ribs as your head goes past your shins. Now lift the arms and open them out wide to the sides of the room. Reach for your toes. Good. And then stack your spine all the way up. All right. On this last one, as the arms circle around, can you keep the space in your neck? I am so guilty of it. All right. Yep. Think about it this time. Roll yourself back. Find that deep rounded shape. Arms go out to the side. There you go. Press back. Dive up and over. Create space on all sides of your neck. Keep it. Lift the arms. Circle them out wide. Out wide. Keep the space in the neck. Keep the space in the neck. Reach the arms forward. Good. And then stack the spine all the way up. Uncross, recross your legs. If you have them crossed, arms are going to come up to 90. Palms are facing into you. All right. So keep that stable shoulder girdle here. Back stays flat. Hinge back. Go straight back. Good. Now punch the fists up. There you go. Now keep lifting up, lifting up, lifting up. Come all the way up and over. Round forward. Turn your palms facing down. Scoop the arms down and back. Same ending as before, y'all. Lift the arms. They circle around. Keep the length in the neck. Reach forward. Good. Arms up at 90. Now, when we go back on this one, we're not lifting up into our ears. It's how long can you make your arms without the shoulders coming up into your ears. We hinge back. Go back. Arms up, right? So the reach comes from your back. Go up, up, up. Round forward. Good. Scoop the arms down and back. Arms circle out wide to the sides. Nice. Good. Stack all the way up. Last one, best one. Hug the elbows into that imaginary circle. You hinge back. There you go. You punch up. You come all the way up, 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 up. Lift up out of your waist. Round forward. There you go. Drag the knuckles low and back. They circle around. There you go. Beautiful. Reach forward. I like it. Yeah, I love rowing. All right, so let's turn around. We're going to face the foot bar with your hips up against the shoulder blocks. So imagine like you just slid a piece of paper behind your hips and the shoulder block. It's not crinkled. You're just barely touching it. All right. We are not going to crinkle the paper throughout our rowing, ideally. So legs are straight out, toes are pointed. You're going to hook your thumbs around your long loops. There you go. So like a different grip than what we normally do. All right. So elbows are bent into your sides. Palms are facing down and you've got a fist grip. I want you to think of lifting up out of the top of your head. Again, remember that piece of paper is there. And now punch the fists out at a high diagonal pause. All right. This reach is coming from your upper back. All right. You lower the arms down, right? There's your long stretch. Arms lift up, up, up. Good. Now, when your arms get up here, we're not in our ears. All right. We still have length in our neck. And now open the arms out wide to the sides, wide to the sides. You get taller, taller, taller. Bend the elbows back in, right? Remember that downward energy through the back of the legs. We punch the fists out. We lower the arms down. Beautiful. We continue to grow taller as the arms lift, 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 and then open the arms out wide to the sides. Think of getting taller, taller, taller. Now we're going to add in a little baby back bend at the end, all right? So punch the fists out. Good. You lower the arms down. They lift up, up, up. Once you're at your end range, I want you to pause here. Remember the piece of paper, okay? Don't crinkle it. Start to take your gaze up the wall, maybe up the ceiling. Let the arms go back a little bit, and then the arms circle around to the sides of the room. There you go, as you stack your spine all the way up. All right, so fists go into the mat at your hips, from rowing from the hips. Flex your feet. Good, pull your pinky toes back towards your knees. All right, take a big breath in here at the top, and then on your exhale, nod your chin, dive up and over as you shave the mat. Reach your fists below the springs even, if it's possible. And now lift the arms up to shoulder height. Arms stay there. From tail to crown, stack your spine all the way up, tall, tall, tall. There you go, find your tall posture here. Same ending as before, arms are gonna lift up. Now we add that baby back bend. Let the straps assist you as you puff up the chest. Arms circle around to the sides, beautiful, and then fists go down into the mat. Good, we dive up and over. Think organs off your thighs, beautiful. Lift the arms just to shoulder height. Now when your arms are here, is your neck still long? Yep, and then from tail to crown, stack it all the way up like you're stacking it up an imaginary wall. Beautiful, good. Once you're there, arms lift up. Find the baby back bend if that's for you. Open, lift. There you go, long reaching arms. Awesome, all right. So now let's go crisscross applesauce. And then take your 4 fingers into the straps for our hug and shave. So once you've got that 4-finger grip, the arms are just gonna circle around and then reach them out in front of you. I lied, we're gonna do shave first. So reach the arms up overhead, thumbs and index fingers together, okay? So start with the arms straight. So like, yeah, there you go. And think of palms kind of facing down to the floor a little bit. And now you're gonna find kind of a hinge forward with a flat back. All right, so fingers stay together. Bend your elbows so wide, hands come to the top of your head first. And now as you extend the arms, keep the length in your neck. Bend the elbows so wide, this time maybe your hands come behind your head. There you go, and then arms come back out. Knees are just reaching wide and down. Good, we exhale as we bend, and then inhale as the arms reach, 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 reach. Good. Imagine the shoulder blades are pulling apart in your back, especially as the arms go straight. Good, maybe turn those palms facing down to the floor. Good, last one here. Punch or reach out through those arms. Good, now can you hold here with the arms, uncross, recross your legs. Good, and now open the arms out wide to the side. Make fists with your hands if it's available, and then hug the fists together, and then open the arms out wide. Good. So for today, I want you to imagine space being created in your back, and then keeping that exact same space as the arms move. Some days we'll like let the shoulder girdle move around. Today, right, it's just more of a stable back. Good, let's do 2. Keep working that lift up. We haven't crinkled the paper, right? Last one here. Go ahead and hug the fists together, good, and then just go ahead and lower the arms, hang up the straps. Nice work. All right, we're gonna stay on this 1 medium spring. You're gonna grab your long box. All right, before we do our pull straps 1 and 2, I wanna get you connected to your backside even more. So come around to the end of your reformer, and you're gonna come standing on your platform here with your hands just on the box. Okay, so this might take some finagling to get into, and if your foot bar doesn't allow for what we're gonna teach, you can always place your toes on the inside of the frame. So you're gonna press the box out, and you're gonna come lying down with the top part of your thigh at the edge of the box. Yep, and your legs will go straight. Yep, so go ahead and press the carriage out. So the edge of the box is hitting you below your pubic bone. Now your toes are gonna come underneath your foot bar. Yep, so find a little Pilates V here. Yep, and then come up more onto your toes. Yeah, there you go. Think like what we just did for footwork, right? So the big toes are kind of wrapping under as opposed to being over, all right? So let's just start with your arms hanging down by the frame of the carriage. Let your head hang down, okay? So I want you to feel your tailbone lengthen towards your heels hug together, and your big toes like stay super glued to that foot bar, all right? Drive your pelvis or your pubic bone in towards the box, even if you can't touch it. And now reach your arms down and back towards your hips, and maybe your chest lifts up, keeping your legs straight, all right? Feel like you're being shot out of a cannon. Your heart is reaching forward. Good, and now I want you to start to lift up through your upper abdominals. Think of like almost like you're rounding up and over. As you lower down, arms just come back down. Yep, so the only reason I want to talk about the stomach here is I want you to feel that you're supported, right? We're not just hanging out, right? There's a little bit of a eccentric activation through your stomach, all right? Legs stay energized. Now as you lift the chest up, pull the arms down and back, right? There's your pull straps, hold here. There you go. Now, keep the chest lift. Arms go out to the side like a letter T. There's your pull straps too. Reach the arms out in front of you like you're super person, superwoman, whatever. And now take the arms back out to that T. Back towards your hips. Maybe you can lift up a little bit higher. Good. And then just think of rounding up and over the box, arms just draped down by the sides. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Are we feeling the back of the legs? I hope. The foot bar might move a little bit. That's okay. Pull the arms down and back. Chest reaches forward. Don't be afraid to push up into that foot bar. It's going to give you more lift in your chest. Arms go back out to that letter T. Find your upper back. Arms reach forward. Now when they're reaching forward, we're not in our neck, right? We're in our back. Arms go back out to the T. Back towards your hips. Good. And then just lower all the way down. All right, so now we got to shimmy ourselves up onto the box. We're at the middle of our chest. Feet are going to come off of the foot bar. All right, for pull straps 1 and 2. So I want you to find now more of a parallel position with your legs, but find that same like standing in your legs connection. All that's from your ladder barrel. So choke up onto your straps or your ropes. Yep. Pubic bone is staying, reaching down into the box. Arms stay straight. Pull the arms down and back to your hips and pause here. Yep. So feel like you're not only standing in your legs, but standing in your arms. There's a strong push back, and then lower the arms all the way down. All the arms, your 2 arms. Again, pull the arms down and back. Now find that little extension here. You got to really push into your fists so the chest can lift and reach forward, and then lower the arms all the way down. Chest lowers down. Keep those palms facing in towards your body. Again, pull the arms down and back and hold. Good. Feel like, again, you're standing in your legs. Can you curl the toes around that imaginary foot bar just a bit more? And then lower everything all the way down. All right, now take your hands to the long loops, all the way to the edges there. And now take your arms out to the side for that letter T. Palms stay facing down. You've got a strong grip here. Can you lift your arms up higher than your chest? Good. Now, it's coming right from your back. Pull the arms wide and back towards your hips. Roll your chest and collarbones open. Can you keep your palms facing down to the floor though? Yes. And now lift the arms up as they go out wide to the side. Chest lowers down. Good. Again, pull the arms wide and back. Hold here, right? So we need this chest opening, right, in our back bend. Palms stay facing down. They lift up and then go out wide to the sides. Keep the inner ankle bones hugging in towards one another. Last one here. Pull the arms wide and back. Hold. Chest reaches forward. There's a spear going right through your upper back. Arms lift and out wide to the sides of the room. Good, and everything lowers down. Go ahead and hang up your straps. You're going to come up. You're going to add another spring on. So we have 2 medium springs on for our backstroke, and then possibly some teaser. I think we'll just do backstroke today. So you're going to come lying on your box. Hips are going to go to the edge of the box. Hands are going to be into your straps. I would say long loops. And we're going to start not in spring tension today. You got it. There's Jardy in your back bend. So go back there and get your straps. All right, so bring your knees into your chest. Okay, so again, right, you have no head support here, so just be mindful of that. So no spring tension. Go ahead and lift your chest up through your arms. All right, so now you're in like this shave kind of rowing position, okay? So without moving the carriage, the arms and legs are going to straighten up on 1. They're going to open on 2. Now the carriage moves. Everything's going to circle around. Reach your hands above your thighs and hold. Feel once again like the legs are pressing down and into something. Keep your chest lift as everything bends all the way back in. Keep lifting the chest up through the arms. Arms and legs go up on 1. They open on 2. Everything circles around and reach above your thighs. Reach, 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 and then resist as everything comes all the way back in. Remember all the rowing that we've done, nothing in your neck. Arms and legs go up. They open on 2. Everything circles around and reach. Hold here. Reach past your thighs, reach past your knees, and then bend everything all the way in, in, in. Now we reverse it. Press right from the back in the armpits. Reach. Good. Everything circles around. Resist the temptation of going up into your neck. Bend everything back in. Last one like this, I promise. Punch everything out. Reach, reach, reach. Good. And then keep the armpits activated as everything circles around. Bend everything all the way back in, and then hang up the straps or just chuck them into the well. Gladly. You're going to come off of your carriage. You're going to take your box and place it away or put it off to the side. Headrest is gonna, I know when it's like suction cup there. Headrest is going to come up. Foot bar is going to come up, and we're gonna stay on these 2 medium springs for some long stretch, down stretch, and definitely some elephant, right, to round. So starting with your long stretch, you're gonna place your hands onto the foot bar, shoulder width distance apart. Balls of the feet come right in here to the headrest crease. Find just a little baby Pilates V, so pinch your heels together, and then think of lifting your heels up high, right? They're gonna stay high, and it's a hinge at the shoulder joint. So press the carriage back, 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 and then pull the carriage in. Think of this being like a lat pull down, right? Create space in your upper back. You press the carriage back. There you go, and then feel the armpits kind of glide down your sides as you pull the carriage in. Good. How long can you keep your neck as you press the carriage out, out, out? Good. And then drag the carriage in. You get longer, taller, longer, taller. Good. Last one like this. Hang in there. You got this. Press it out. Good. Yes. And then pull it in. Get longer. Open up your neckline. Open up your neckline. Good. And then carefully lower the knees down. Take your feet up against the shoulder blocks. Please take your time wedging the balls of your feet into the crease and getting a strong connection with your heels, right? If your feet are petite enough, all right? So think of your lower half and down stretch as just doing a big old bridge. Keep the carriage in if you can, and now find extension. So reach your pelvis through and up, and then hold here. Think of your arms being in straps, so push down through the arms, roll the chest open, and now press back through your feet, keeping the shape of your spine. Good, yes, you got it. And now same lat pull down, pull yourself up and through. Think of your head back diving up and over, up and over. There you go. Again, press back. Think of like pulling apart on the bar, good. And then lift yourself up and through. Upper arm bones externally rotate, that's it, good. Again, you press the carriage back. Good, this time as you come in, I want you to think of kind of pulling up on the shoulder blocks. Good, now when you bring the carriage in, I want you to kind of come up onto little spider fingers. Good, find that strong connection through your seat and your legs. Can you take your arms up to the ceiling? If you've got to do one at a time, you do so. That's okay, take the arms up to the ceiling. There you go, do both arms. There you go, you got it, you're gonna have to shift back a little bit. There you go, there you go. Good, and go both arms up to the ceiling. Good, all right, so keep this kind of pinch to your seat and this connection through your heels. Take your gaze up the wall, maybe up the ceiling, right? So think of going up and over my forearm if I was right there with you, and then take the gaze back down. Arms can just reach back out in front of you. We're gonna do that one more time, all right? So think of the waistline lifting up, up, up. It's all in the upper back. We're already extended here in the low back naturally. Go up and over, up and over. Good, take your gaze back down. Arms come back down in front of you. Last one like this. Keep driving the pubic bone forward, okay? Don't let the hips come back with you. Arms go up and back, up and back. Hips stay right over your knees. It's your chest that goes back. Go back. You got to keep lifting, 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 lifting. Good. And then take the arms up and back down. Take them back down to the foot bar, and then come standing on the carriage. Feet come down for elephant. So for my flexy people, they might be back at the shoulder box. For my tight people like me, you might be in the center. All right, so let your head hang. Good, so round and lift through the ribs and spine. Pull that foot bar apart, but also find your inner thighs. Now keep rounding through the spine. Now press the carriage back a little bit and then pull it in. There you go. Inhale takes you out. Exhale, pull it in. Good, so everywhere else we've had the arms reaching up and overhead. Is your neckline long? Yes. Good, notice where that weight is in your feet, right? Important. Good, last one like this. Get deeper into that rounded shape as you bring the carriage all the way in. Good, go ahead and carefully step off. Good, and you know what? I forgot to ask you to grab a sticky pad, so for stomach massage, we're just gonna do 2 red springs. So, or 2 medium springs. You don't need it, I guess. Yeah. So we're gonna do a light spring. So go ahead and have a seat on your carriage facing your foot bar. And then we'll start with your feet on the gray platform or on your platform. Hands are gonna be down by your side. You will know where you need to take them. So it either can be on, like on the mat, at your hips, or behind you. We're gonna do like kind of a rolling like a ball prep. All right, so come up onto your tippy toes. Heels together, toes apart. Good, so I want you to start to round into yourself, but keep the crown of your head going up and over your knees, like you're peering up and over a fence. Now, keep the rounded shape, and now pull your knees into your chest so your feet hover off whatever they're on, and just hold here, all right? Can you round a little bit deeper, but can you also get a little bit taller? And then just carefully lower the feet all the way down. All right, let's do that again. Pull your knees into your chest, and now take your toes up onto the foot bar. Yep, so you might have to flex your feet. Good, now you reach the hands forward. Yep, and then grab on. So I want you to pull with your arms, like you're pulling yourself forward, but feel your tailbone curl under and your organs pull back off your thighs. We're gonna press the carriage out, keeping the shape. We lower the heels. We lift the heels. There we go, and we bend the knees, come all the way home. Let's inhale, takes you out, hold the breath, we lower the heels. Lift the heels, empty the lungs, exhale, come all the way in. Good, last one here, we're gonna shorten it because we're on the lighter spring. Good, and come all the way in. Good, now start to flatten your back out a little bit. Reach the arms out in front of you. Lift the arms up, and then back behind you. Find your shoulder blocks or the mat. Yep, elbows can be bent or straight. You pick. Press the carriage out. You're lifting up taller as your heels lower. They lift, bend the knees, pull yourself home. Good, again, you press it out. They lower, lift, come all the way home. For these next three, get super light in your hands. All right, all these postural muscles have to work super hard to keep you upright. There you go, every toe pad still connected. Good, empty the lungs, you come in. Last one here. You got it. Lower, lift, pull yourself home. Now, can you keep this alignment with your spine? Pick the arms up and then circle them around in front of you. It's so hard, I know. Think of the arms pressing down into something. So again, the neckline stays long. You press the carriage out, keep reaching over the springs, and then bend your knees, pull yourself all the way home. Good, again, you press it out. All right, if I was there, I'd be asking you to push down into me and then bend the knees, come all the way home. Good, now press it out, lift and twist to the right. Good, reach your left arm forward. Good, and then come back through center, bend the knees, come all the way home. Again, you press it out, lift and twist. Pause here on this twist. Find your upper back muscles to open up your ribs. Good, and then come back to center. I'm gonna step away, let you do your thing. Again, lift and twist. Open up the wingspan. There's your pull straps, 2 and a twist. Good, come back to center. Again, lift and twist to the left. Beautiful, and then come all the way home. One more time each side. You go out. Now hold here on the twist. Take your left hand, place it up against your right leg somewhere. Use that to deepen the twist. Now, can you keep that twist? Left arm lifts up. Yep, there we go. And then you come back to center. Ooh, yep. Again, you go out. Right hand, left leg. Use it to deepen the twist. Now, can you keep the twist? Right arm lifts. Good, you spiral back through center. Grab onto the foot bar. Give yourself a monkey stretch. Good, you can drop the heels. As long as you're getting a stretch. A lot of times we want that stretch in that back. For me, I like it in my legs. All right, so we're gonna go now into short spine. So you're gonna keep the springs that you have on. Foot bar can be either up or down, you pick, right? So headrest is down, go ahead and place your feet into your short loops. Or right, if you're on classical, right, you're gonna go into your straps there. All right, so go ahead and bend your knees into your chest, find that little Pilates V, and then take a moment here to just relax, right? You've been working very, very hard. So just feel the length out through the crown of the head and down through the arms. Keeping your heels super glued together, go ahead and straighten the legs out. Yep, and now keep the tailbone heavy and just bend your knees in. We'll just do a couple frogs here. Think of this as just a really deep squat. So press the legs out and then bend back in. Again, press the legs out, find your seat, and then bend back in. All right, so straighten the legs out and away. Keep reaching into the straps. Legs come up to 90. Use your low belly muscles to assist this up and over. Weight goes into your shoulders, not your head and neck. And now pause here at the top. I want you to feel a little push up into the straps to lift the hips off the ribs. And now bend your knees in towards the blocks. Maybe you find a little bit more pull into the straps, yep, and then just roll your hips away from your feet. Keep your feet right over your face. You're gonna try to go for straight legs. And then once you can't go any further, just take a moment and just let yourself exhale. Yes. And then pull your heels to your seat, let your hips hit the mat, and then send the legs back out. Good, legs are gonna go up and over. Arms stay reaching down into the mat. Good, hips stay lifted, bend your knees into the blocks. Good, keep the feet over your face, roll your hips away, right? So lengthen the waist as the hips go away. Once you get to that point where you can't go any further, give yourself that exhale, and then pinch your heels together, pull your heels to your seat, legs go back out. On this last one, we're gonna roll down like a little ball. So legs go up and over. Take a moment here at the top to just find some space in the front of your throat. Bend your knees into the blocks. And now feel the back of your legs kick on as you pull your heels to your seat. And then you roll down like a little ball. Roll down, roll down, roll down. Why would we do 2 and 1 on the other? So let's do another one here. So press the legs back out. I want to even you out. Legs go up and over. Take your time with it. You're going to close the carriage. There you go. Find space in your throat, space in your chest. Bend your knees into the blocks. Pull your heels to your seat. Maybe that deepens the shape in your spine. And then roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down. Nice. Go ahead and take your feet out of the straps. Go ahead and hang them up. You're going to roll yourself up. And then let's do a medium and a light spring for our chest expansion. And then we'll go into our thigh stretch. So medium and a light spring, please, if you want to change that up, right, please, please, please do so. So you're going to come kneeling on your carriage facing the back end of your reformer. You're going to hook your feet around the edge of the mat. So hip socket distance apart here. And then if you could, find that your big toe and your pinky toe, so all the toes are equally pulling under the frame or under the carriage. You're going to reach down, you're going to grab onto, let's go long loops today. You want to choke up, you want to go harder, right? You know what to do. So think of this as like a static hamstring curl or like a Nordic type curl. So feel your tailbone lengthen, feel your pubic bone go forward. If you have a mirror, find your plumb line. So think roof of your mouth, over your chest, over your hips, over your knees. Keep that. Don't go forward or back. Arms stay straight. Slowly pull the arms down and back. And then pause here. All right, if you've got that mirror, check it, right? Feel that plumb line. And now turn your head to the right. Look past the right shoulder, and then turn your head all the way over to the left. Look past the left shoulder, and then turn your head back to center, and then slowly release the arms. Again, find this. In fact, let's do this. Find just a tiny pitch forward. Bring your hips with you. That point where you feel like the back of your legs kind of kick on to save you from face planting. Now keep that. Now pull the arms down and back and hold. There you go. Think fist punching down to the floor, ribs lifting up. Now turn your head to the left. Think of spiraling up, up, up. Good. And then turn your head past center over to the right. You spiral up, up, up. Good. And then to center, and then slowly release the arms. All right. Take the straps in one hand, sit your hips back, and then place on another spring. So you have 2 mediums and 1 light spring. Now let's shimmy the knees forward up against the shoulder blocks, still hip socket distance apart. Now you're going to choke up onto the straps, maybe the rope, maybe the webbing, right? It's equipment based there. So same thing here. I want you to feel this kind of lean or pitch forward. But as you do that, feel this push down through your shins and think all 10 toes are pushing down, even if you don't feel it, okay? All right, so arms just stay straight. Keep your long line. And now think of the back of your legs pulling yourself back into this thigh stretch. This is your hamstring curl. Just gravity's your friend here. Yep. And when you're like, I don't want to go any further, you push into the shins to levitate yourself all the way back up, up, up. Good. It's a hamstring curl. You're pulling back into resistance. There you go. Yep. Find your inner thighs to lift yourself back up. All right. So if you want to like go for your back bend here, you're more than welcome, right? That's right, this class. So as you go back, roll the chest open, right? Puff up the chest through the arms. Take your gaze back if it's available. Yep. And now nod your chin. Let your chest soften and allow yourself to kind of roll out of it. All right. Yep. So if it feels okay, or if it feels better, maybe take the arms out a little bit wider. It'll give you more assistance and maybe just help with the opening across the chest. So again, hinge back, pull yourself back. There you go. When you're ready, take the gaze up. Feel that spear coming right from your upper back. There you go. And when you're ready, you nod the chin, let the chest soften, and just kind of roll yourself all the way up. All right, go ahead and hang up your straps. We're going to take off the light spring. You're back now to 2 medium springs. All right, you're going to turn around and face your foot bar. And your feet are going to go up against the shoulder blocks. What am I saying? 1 medium spring. That's a lot for arms. 1 medium spring, feet up against the shoulder blocks. So just like we did for down stretch, you're going to keep that strong connection here. You're going to reach back for your long loops. Yep. And just like we've been doing everywhere else, right? Your lower half is doing a bridge, your arms are connected to your back. So palms are facing forward, all right? And now lift the arms up just to a high diagonal or maybe to your shoulders, and then lower the arms down. Yep. Reach the arms forward, good. And then lower down. Think inner edges of your heels driving back, inner thighs are drawing in. Good. Now lift the arms up. Open them out to the sides, keep them in your peripheral, and then lower the arms down. We're just gonna do a little arm circle, arm V, whatever you wanna call it. There you go. And the whole time, I want you to feel this connection like to your armpits and your lat muscles right here below your shoulders. Next time your arms are at your sides, we're gonna reverse. So they lift up, they come in, they lower down. And that should hopefully keep the sides of your neck long, right? So we're not doing this number. Good, last one like this. Good, next time your arms are down by your side, you're gonna circle the arms around, find your shave hands. So now we gotta pitch forward a little bit. Good, start with those arms straight if you can. Yep, palms are kind of facing down to the floor. Now bend your elbows wide, test the waters, and then straighten the arms back out. Good, exhale as you bend, and then inhale to reach them away. Exhale as you bend, maybe they go further back. Inhale as you bend. Last one, exhale to bend. Inhale takes you out. Now hold here. You're going to separate your hands. Yep. So now you're in this like reaching arm position. You're going to bend the elbows wide like goalpost arms and then press the arms back out. So just like everywhere else, as you press the arms out, you're keeping length on all sides of your neck. This is your push for your back bend right here, this shave. There you go. We've got two. Keep the legs engaged. Last one here. Punch out. Good, and then lower the arms down, bend the elbows, however you want to get out of it. Go ahead and hang up the straps. Nice work. All right, so let's grab your long box. Long box on, keep your one medium spring, and the foot bar is going to come all the way down. So it's out of your way. So you're gonna get set up for hamstring curls, pulls, whatever you want to call it. I'm really not the best at cueing this, but you're gonna take your feet into the short straps and you're gonna come lying on your stomach on the box. So a lot of people like to do one strap at a time. Some people like to do two straps at a time. Some people will stand onto the frame. She's got the knee on the headrest action. You know, everybody's got their own way. I'm not picky, y'all. So you're gonna be about mid-chest up onto the edge of the box-ish, and you're gonna take your arms just kind of hugging on the box here. Good, so arms stay active, there's that pull in. And then let's start with the legs zipped up together. You have no tension in the springs right now. In fact, the straps might be like floppy. So finds the pubic bone driving down into the mat. And then think of your low abdomen trying to pull up away from the box. Right, so that's gonna support your low back. Legs stay super glued together. And now from here, you're gonna pull your heels or your toes up and over towards your seat. So find spring tension. And then once you pull your heels in as close as you possibly can, I want you to try and lift your knees up a little bit without changing the shape of your back. Now keep the knees lifted and start to extend the legs back out. Just find the end range of the springs. And let's do that again. Drag your toes across the ceiling as you go up and over. Yep, and then slowly resist back out. Good, so we're trying to strengthen the back body to open up the front of the hips. So the more you can channel that thigh lifting up off the box, ooh, hoo, hoo, yes. Good, now once your legs are back out, you're gonna hold there. Your right leg is gonna stay still. Your left leg is gonna pull in. So only left heel or left toes pull in and then resist back out. Good, check in with your low back, check in with your neck. Good, we only have 4 of these. So 3, there you go, and extend back out. Feel that the big toe is really leading the way. A lot of times we kind of like to sickle out and then back out. Last one here. Find those inner thighs, up and over. I know these are freaking tough, y'all. And then back out. Thank goodness our left leg gets a break now. Right leg, right toes, up and over. There you go. Tailbone stays long. So there's your bridge. Tailbone is reaching to your knees. Pubic bone is driving in towards the box. Where to? Your navel. We have 2 more here. Keep those knees hugging in. There you go. There's always one side, right? Is this your tougher side? Yeah, good. Last one here. Up and over. Beautiful. And then back out. Take a moment, exactly, to like maybe turn your head from right to left. And now we're gonna do rocking or a bow position. So feet stay in the straps, reach back and then grab onto your long loops. if you can, maybe you grab onto your shins or the tops of your feet. It's totally up to you, all right? So to start, I want you to kind of let your chest and your head hang and pull your heels to your seat. Yep. And now start to drive the pelvis back into the box. Push the shins or the feet into the hands. Let the chest lift and come up into this big bow position, right? So you're holding on for dear life here. Let the chest open. Yep. And then just lower everything all the way down. Keep your grip. All right. Drive the pelvis into the box. Push the feet back. But now I want you to think of them going up and back, right? So them lifting up to the ceiling, up to the ceiling. There you go, good. And then lower all the way down. On this next one, if you want to stay there and breathe, you might happen to rock, right? If you don't worry about it, all right? So let's come up into your bow position. There you go, roll the chest open, find the length in your neck, really work the push up into the straps or hands, and you're just gonna stay here and breathe. You might rock, but again, the more you go up into the hands or straps, the deeper the stretch, the more you're gonna rock. You've got 2. And last one, beautiful, and then lower all the way down. You can let go, you can shake off the straps into the well. All right, so you're gonna come off of the box, we're gonna come short ways. Short box, go ahead and place a couple extra springs on. I don't care what. 2 springs, 3 springs, all springs, just so the carriage isn't moving all over the place. So you're gonna have a seat on your box, place your feet underneath your safety strap for some short box. Short box work, short box abs. So start seated how you normally sit on the box. Just make sure there's like a palm's distance behind your booty and the edge of the mat at the very least. You're gonna flex your feet and then pull your heels apart. So make sure the strap is taut, pull your toes back towards your shins, and just give yourself a little hug here around your stomach, all right? So we just did all that extension. So let's start by rounding forward. Think of going up and over your forearms and really curl the tailbone under to get a stretch in your low back, all right? Now, from here, can you keep the rounded shape and then start to roll yourself back? Yep. Just roll back, almost like you were doing rolling like a ball on the mat. You know where you need to stop. Use your exhale to come all the way up and over. I'm gonna really roll forward here. Maybe even let the knees go wide to like give you some space to go forward, yeah. And then again, roll the pelvis away from the thighs just like you're rowing back. There you go. Now keep your pelvis still for as long as you can. Chest comes up and over, ribs go back. Round forward again, get that stretch in your back. Good, again. Roll yourself back. Use your exhale to come all the way up. Now on these next 2, I want you to feel like your heels are pulling into you, almost like you're doing that hamstring curl. Yep. Again, roll the pelvis under, roll back. If you want to go back into extension, you're more than welcome. Maybe you take your gaze back and then roll yourself up. It's up to you today. Last one like this. Think of getting longer in this rounded shape. There you go. Pelvis stays still for as long as you can. Chest comes up and over, up and over, up and over. All right. Interlace the webbing of your fingers. Hands go behind the base of your skull. So feel your head traction up and into your hands. You're going to keep this energy into your legs. Heels pulling back. Strap is taut. All the things. Now all I want you to do is just side bend up and over to the right. And feel that big, big opening down your left side. And then stack your spine all the way up through center. Bend at your bra line if you're wearing one. So go up and over your waistband, up and over. And then come all the way back up. Good. As you're doing this side bend, notice, is your neckline staying long? Are your shoulders creeping up into your ears, right? It's super easy here to let that happen. So elbows stay wide, strong hand to head connection. And then come all the way back up through center. Now, where we keep the arms where they're at, we lift and twist to the right. Good. Now in this twist, can you push your head back into your hands more and then come back through center? Good. We spiral higher as we go over to the left. Now when you're here, head pushes back, but can the elbows go wider? And then come back through center. We lift and twist to the right. We lift, lift, lift. Good. And then come back through center. We lift and twist to the left. There you go. We lift, 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 lift. Good. And then back to center. All right. Keep the head to hand connection. Keep the back flat and now hinge back. Go back, stretch back, legs stay active. They help you and come all the way back up, up, up. Good. Again, inhale takes you back. Go back, stretch back, and then exhale brings you all the way up. Now just be careful because we're gonna play with the arms here. So maybe go 3/4 of the way back. Good. Check your neck, shave the arms up, and then bend the elbows back in. Shave the arms up. Think of the arms going back behind you, right? So armpits and chest open. Good. You've got 2. You got it. Last one. Good. Bring the hands back behind your head and then lift yourself all the way up. All right. So now we're going to add on with the twist. The arms won't go up. They'll go more out to the side like your saw. So head to hand connection. We lift and twist to the right. You're going to hinge back. Go back. Now hold here. Arms go out to the side like a letter T. Hands come back behind your head and then lift yourself all the way up. Good. And then come back through center. We twist to the left. Hinge back. Good. Find your upper back. There you go. Hands come back behind your head. Lift all the way up. One more time each side. You got it. Lift up higher. Good. Keep that back connection as the arm punch out to the side and then back in. Good. And then all the way up. You got it. Last one here. Go back. Stretch back. Out. I almost forgot it. And then in. And then all the way up. Find center and just round forward. Round forward. Maybe pull on your legs. Do what feels good. So for the next one, if you are like, you know, after all this, I'm tired, I'm beat, or maybe I just don't want to do this, right? No worries, but I'm going to cue the full here. So you're going to keep your feet underneath the strap, okay? Your hands, they can either be holding onto your thighs or maybe around your stomach because we're going to go into our back bend now. But first, you're going to scoot your hips all the way to the edge. Like, almost feels like you're about to slide off, okay? I want plenty of room to roll back, all right? So do what feels good with your hands. You can either hold onto the box as well, keep your feet flexed, and now just roll yourself back. Let your head go back. It might hit the headrest, so just be careful. And now take your hands to the frame of the carriage. Yep, so thumbs on the inside, most likely fingertips on the outside. Once you're here, take your feet and place them on the carriage, about hip socket-ish distance apart, okay? I want you to find this strong connection down through your feet. Find your inner thighs, all right? Your arms are doing kind of a shave right now, okay? So feel your pubic bone tilt back a little bit. Find your seat, and can you press yourself up into your back bend, all right? And just hold here. Find that length in your neck. Find your feet super glued, and then just carefully lower yourself down. Good. Find a strong position with your feet, right? So you can roll yourself up. So reach the arms up to the ceiling first. For what? My hands. Your hands, yeah. So you want to roll up first? Yeah, so go ahead and reach the arms up to the sky. Yep, there you go. Grab on. There you go. Nod your chin and roll all the way up. So she was asking for some sticky pads. So if you need some for your grip, go ahead and grab them. All right, so yep, once you've rolled up, we're just going to do it again. So hips are still at the edge. Yep. Roll yourself back. Do what you got to do to get back there. There you go. Good. Let your head fall. Take your hands onto the frame. Good. Find that strong connection through your feet. Tilt your pubic bone back. There's your push through your arms. We've done it so many other places here. All right, big toes are connected. There you go. And now on your next exhale, you're just going to carefully lower down. There you go. Let the ribs soften. Nod your chin. Reach the arms up. Maybe grab onto the box or your thighs. And then just roll yourself all the way up and over. And just find a forward fold. We're going to do one more, and we're going to stay back there and do maybe a little elbow bend. So even if your arms aren't straight, because I really struggle with that, just do like a little baby bend, like you're doing a shoulder press, which we've done it earlier. All right, so find your strong foot connection here. Roll yourself back. Exactly. Hold on to the box. I like it. All right, take your hands to the frame. Good. Feel like you're pulling your heels into the box. Press yourself up into your big back bend. Find your butt crease connection here, right? That's going to protect your low back. Now, if it's available, bend the elbows a little bit and then press yourself up. This is that strong connection to your upper back. Legs stay at the party. Think 50% of the weight in your upper body, 50% of the weight in your lower body. Can you give me 2? There you go. Last one. Good. Now carefully lower down, right? You get an extra rep there. Good. Nod your chin, reach your arms towards your legs, towards the box, whatever feels good. Carefully walk yourself up, climb yourself all the way up, up, up. I know that last one is tough. All right, here at the top, take your right ankle over your left knee. You're gonna sit up tall, push into that right knee if it's available, and then just lean to the left a little bit. So think right hip stays bolted to the mat, little lean to the left. Good, and then come all the way back up to center. Right foot comes down, left ankle over right knee. You're gonna sit up tall, stick the booty out, and now lean to the right a little bit. Good, breathe down that whole left side, and then back up to center. All right, so hook your left foot under here. Just your left foot. We're just gonna finish with like a couple Romana stretches. So let's, I want you to take your left hand, the left inside of your hand here. You're gonna grab onto your right foot. Yep, all right. Your right hand, just can keep it on the box for now, but can you now push this foot into the hand to get the leg straight? Good. Now think of sitting up really, really tall. If you want, the right arm can go back behind you and just find this big, big, twisty, yummy opening. So not only is the leg reaching away from your body, but think of it kind of crossing that opposite leg a little bit more. Good, and then just reach that right arm back to center. And now you can take your right hand and maybe grab onto like the arch of the foot or the ankle. This hand comes to the side of your box. Maybe there's a handle there. So send that leg out and away. And now maybe you lean back, keep this foot flexed, and then find some type of hip opener, a stretch, something. You go back as far as you want. Yep, that's why we keep that foot flexed. Good, and now start to bring that leg back to center as you come all the way up. All right, other side, hook your right foot under. Keep that foot flexed. Right hand around, yeah, I know, I was starting to get confused there too. Push that heel into the hand, good. There you go, and you're gonna lift and twist. So once again, find your upper back muscles to open up the front of your chest. And now on this side, feel the inner edge of your heel reach away a little bit further. Yeah. And then go ahead and come back to center. We switch our grip. So now we're going to go to the inside of the ankle and let yourself rock back. Keep your right foot flexed. There you go. Or roll back. Let that leg go out to the side. There you go. And then use your exhale to come all the way up. And I appreciate you playing today. Nice work, y'all.